What if there was a cooler and faster way to use Rails? Because minecarts are just way too boring and slow for me. So in this episode of Create Mod Hardcore, we're going to be making an insane train station which will house the fastest trains in this world. First, we need to find a spot to build this train station, and right here in this big open field should work out just nicely. So now I want to clear out a huge flat area for this to be built on. And now I've got this whole flat area which should hopefully be big enough for the schematic to be built. And yes, we are going to be using our schematic cannon to build this automatically for us. Now, if we place down the table and put our empty schematic inside, we can select the train station option and print it out into a usable schematic for us to follow. And as you can see from this outline, this thing is humongous, and it took me a couple hours to build this thing in a creative world. Okay, I did some more clearing up, and now everything is set to build this train station. So now we can place our schematic cannon down, and if we go and put a book inside the cannon, it will make a checklist of items that I will need, which will mostly require stone brick and spruce materials with a bunch of other random stuff sprinkled in as well. All of the wood materials will be super easy thanks to our automatic tree farm, which gets me so much wood, it's insane. The item I will need the most is strip spruce logs with over 400. Just look at how much is in this tower, dude. First, we strip all of the logs. Then we chop them all down layer by layer until we hit the bottom. And finally, we have all 400 stripped spruce logs all gotten and collected up. And every time we fully collect a material, the checklist will mark it as done for me, which is really nice, but now it's time to get all of the other spruce materials, which won't be difficult at all. Alright, it's been a bit of collecting and crafting, but now we have every single spruce related material, which is great. As you can see, we have every single spruce material checked off on our checklist, and now the next thing I want to collect is every single stone brick related item on the list. Thankfully, we have a ton of leftover stone in our storage right here, and we can use this to craft our stone bricks. And that is all of the stone brick materials fully made and stored up. The final things we need will be little random stuff that are sprinkled around, which should be pretty easy to collect. 2 cogs, a clockwork bearing, windmill sails, and a bit of white concrete. That is almost everything completed on the list, and the final thing we need is some train tracks for the trains, which have a little weird but pretty simple crafting recipe. And since my friend's been on the grind with me, he made tons of these train tracks and he's going to connect them to our train station. So we are basically set on everything. As you can see, these tracks span for miles, stretching all the way from his base to mine. And he lives super far away, so this is such a nice help from him. And now we have everything fully ready to start the build. This thing took me so long to make in a creative world, and to have it be built here with a schematic is super convenient and nice. All we have to do now is put in some gunpowder, and this thing is ready to build. And let's get this started. Look how fast it's placing everything, bro. Holy smokes. That is our entire train station fully finished, and look at this beauty. Oh my goodness, it turned out so well. This is awesome. Just look at the inside. It has these 2 entrances to get on the train, and this is only part 1, because next week we'll be making super cool trains and making them automatically deliver stuff to and from my base, making getting materials for projects so much easier. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all then!